So guys, now that FNCS is over, in today's video, I want to go over exactly what you guys should be doing in the competitive off-season. This is something that I think a lot of players tend to overlook, especially when it comes to their Fortnite competitive career. A lot of times in the off-season, they'll take a break from their game completely, they'll stop practicing, they'll stop playing, they'll stop scrimming, they'll stop doing anything important to their actual competitive success. So in today's video, I want to go over exactly how you can minimize that loss of skill over the off-season and how you can actually practice to be better and do better in the next season. Be sure to stick around to the end of this video if you guys want to learn all this information. Let's get right into it. So the first general thing that I think a lot of players should do is generally work on their mechanics. Now obviously this can range from a variety of different things. You guys can look back on the previous competitive season and you can see, hey, what is it that I didn't do very well and how can I work on that? For a lot of players, including myself, that is a lot of time aim training. There have been situations in which I've played competitive events and then afterwards my aim wasn't really very good during the competitive event, so I went and I trained it during the off season. If you guys want to do aim training, I'd recommend you use maps like Clix's Aim Trainer, Mongrel's new Aim Trainer, or Scavic's Aim Trainer. Those are 3 maps that I think are really going to benefit you, especially with in-game aim training. You can obviously do Kovacs and external aim trainers as well. However, in general, I think that in-game aim trainers are going to be benefiting you a lot more. On top of that, if you guys want to improve your building, editing, overall fighting, movement as well, I'd recommend you guys definitely play some Zone Wars and realistic 1v1s. If you guys are going to be doing that, not only will this improve your fighting a lot, it'll generally improve your awareness, your mechanics, all of the aspects of a competitive fighting player. That's what this is going to improve. So if you realize that, hey, during the season, I wasn't really succeeding at making it through them early in the mid game, my fights really weren't very good, I was losing a lot of resources, health, heals, all that stuff I was losing during fights, that's when you need to go into these Zone Wars and realistics, learn how to budget all of your resources, learn how to use them correctly, and get the eliminations while using the least amount of resources possible. And on top of this, another really good way to improve your mechanics, that's going to be to generally play ranked. I think that Fortnite has done a pretty decent job with revamping the ranked game mode. Obviously, it's not going to be a perfect level of practice. However, I think that generally at the higher ranks, the players are going to be pretty good. And as long as you guys are playing, you're going to get really good practice in these lobbies. This means that you guys should drop into ranked games, land at contested POIs, learn how to fight in congested areas of the map, learn how to move around the map, and learn all of your awareness strategies and everything else that goes into a good fighting player. That's how generally you're going to improve your mechanics throughout the offseason. Now the second really big thing that I see a lot of people miss when it comes to focusing on how to improve during the offseason, this is going to be to review their fundamentals. Now what I mean by this might be a little bit confusing to some people, but in terms of the fundamentals, I'm talking about the basics of early, mid, and end game. Obviously there are stuff like fighting fundamentals such as the peanut butter edit, obviously different peaks, different varieties of playing in these fights, piece control. However, I want to go over the fundamentals regarding game sense and actually how to conduct yourself throughout these games. In the early, mid, and end game, there's going to be distinct play styles that you guys will have to follow. In the early game, you guys should learn how to find a good drop spot, how to make a drop map, and how to drop there and learn it correctly. You should practice doing this in the end of the season in which you just finished and also the new season as it continues coming on. The mid game, you guys should learn exactly how to rotate, where the best spots for a surge are, where teams are going to be landing around you, how they're going to rotate, and how they're going to interfere with your mid game rotation. And then of course we have the end game. In the end game, the main thing is that you guys need to focus on how to use the new mobility items and the new meta to rotate effectively. You guys need to learn what the different rotations are, what the season's play style is, if the end games are going to be more stacked or less stacked. You guys should also definitely understand exactly how to move around in these end games, how to path, how to rotate. Focus on whether you guys should get dead side or whether you should stay on congested side, whether you should rotate early or late. This all depends on the season's meta, but generally reviewing these fundamentals at the beginning of every single new competitive season, that's going to be something that really helps you as you guys go forward in this competitive season trying to improve. This is going to lead to you guys getting way higher placements in general, simply because it's going to improve the consistency of your games and allow you to reach different stages of the games much more frequently. As long as you are reviewing all these fundamentals, I think you're genuinely going to improve as a player. And then guys, the third and final thing that I think every player should do in the competitive offseason is that once that previous season ends and we get into the next competitive season, this is going to be stuff like going from Chapter 5 Season 2 to Chapter 5 Season 3, what I'd recommend you do is get ahead in the new meta. This means a lot of different things. With a new season comes a lot of new things such as a new map, new loot pool. You guys should learn all of these new things. You should learn the new map changes, learn the new loot pool, understand how to use it, understand which weapons are good, which weapons are bad, how the playstyle is going to be changed this season depending on those weapons. All these things are crucial for you guys to get ahead in the new season. On top of this, with the new map changes, you need to learn what the best drop spot is for you in the new season. Maybe you keep your drop spot from the previous season if it's still there, and you can continue perfecting that and improving on it from last season. Maybe if there's a new really good drop spot that not very many people know about, you can land there, or you guys can learn how to fight one of the new major POIs. In general, there's a lot of different things you guys can do to adjust to the new season's meta. I think it's a crucial aspect of your overall skill in these games. And then of course guys, you need to learn how to play in the new season with the new items. So this can consist of mobility items, obviously weapons. If there's a new type of mechanics such as trading, maybe gold, maybe there's a new type of gold machine, new types of vending machines, whatever it may be, you need to adjust to that in your meta and let it adapt to your play style. That's how you're going to get ahead of the meta and truthfully improve way faster than all the people around you. So as a recap guys, you need to work on your mechanics. This means stuff like aim training, zone wars, fighting. Also, you need to review your fundamentals. That's going to be stuff like the general basics for the early, mid, and end game. And then lastly, you guys do need to adjust to the new season's meta. This means get ahead with the meta, learn the new map changes, get a good drop spot, and understand how to play with the new weapons and items and how they're going to affect the playstyle of competitive play throughout the new season. Guys, that is my quick video on exactly what you should be doing in the off season. Stay tuned for some videos on my channel coming up. I'm really excited for some big ones that are going to be happening. But guys, that is about it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.